Have you ever felt like you were in the right place at the right time for a reason? Like your whole life had been leading up to one specific moment. Today, we're diving into a story from the Hebrew Bible that's all about that feeling. It's a tale of courage, hidden identity, and divine timing, and it reads like a Hollywood blockbuster. Let's talk about the incredible book of Esther. Our story starts in the mighty Persian Empire, ruled by King Ahasuerus, also known as Xerxes. He throws a lavish 180-day party to show off his wealth and power. But things take a dramatic turn when his queen Vashti refuses his command to appear before his guests. In a fit of anger, the king banishes her. Now, the most powerful man in the world needs a new queen. So, a nationwide search begins. Young women from all over the empire are brought to the palace. Among them is a beautiful Jewish orphan named Hadassah, who goes by the Persian name Esther. She's been raised by her wise and caring cousin, Mordecai. Following Mordecai's advice, Esther keeps her Jewish heritage a secret. With her grace and charm, she wins the king's favor and is crowned the new queen of Persia. Talk about a gut. Meanwhile, Mordecai, who works as a palace official, uncovers a plot to assassinate the king. He tells Esther, who informs the king, and the conspirators are brought to justice. Mordecai's loyalty is recorded in the royal chronicles, but for now he receives no reward. This small detail will become hugely important later on. Now, let's introduce our villain, Haman, a high-ranking official who is arrogant and power-hungry. The king promotes him, and everyone is ordered to bow down to Haman. But Mordecai, a devout Jew, refuses to bow to anyone but God. This infuriates Haman. His pride is so wounded that he doesn't just want to punish Mordecai. He decides to annihilate all the Jewish people throughout the entire Persian Empire. Haman manipulates the king, convincing him that the Jews are a threat. He gets the king to sign a decree ordering their complete destruction on a specific day, determined by casting lots or perpet. The date is set, and a dark cloud of doom hangs over the Jewish people. When Mordecai learns of the decree, he is devastated. He sends a message to Queen Esther, urging her to go before the king and plead for her people. But this is a life-or-death situation. Approaching the king without being summoned could mean immediate execution, even for the queen. Esther is terrified, and rightly so. But Mordecai sends back a powerful, timeless message. He tells her, "Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. But you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this." Those words change everything. Esther realizes her purpose. She finds her courage and agrees to risk her life. She asks Mordecai to have all the Jews fast and pray for her for 3 days, and then she will go to the king. With her life on the line, Esther approaches King Ahasuerus. Miraculously, he extends his golden scepter, sparing her life. But instead of blurting out her request, she plays it smart. She invites the king and Haman to a private banquet, and then she invites them to a second banquet the next day. Haman is over the moon, feeling more important than ever. That same night, the king can't sleep. He asks for the royal chronicles to be read to him and happens to hear the story of how Mordecai saved his life. Realizing Mordecai was never rewarded, the king asks Haman, who has just arrived, what should be done for the man the king delights to honor. Haman, thinking the king means him, suggests a lavish parade. Imagine his shock when the king says, "Great, go do all that for Mordecai the Jew." The irony is just perfect. The next day, at the second banquet, the king finally asks Esther for her request. It's the moment of truth. She reveals her Jewish identity and exposes Haman's wicked plot to destroy her and her people. The king is enraged. Haman is executed on the very gallows he had built for Mordecai. But the story isn't over. The king's decree to destroy the Jews still stands. So Esther and Mordecai are given the king's authority to issue a new decree, allowing the Jews to defend themselves against their enemies on the appointed day. When the day comes, they are victorious. To celebrate this incredible turn of events, the festival of Purim is established, a joyful holiday still celebrated today with feasting, gifts, and reading the story of Esther. The Book of Esther is a masterpiece of storytelling. What's fascinating is that the name of God is never explicitly mentioned, yet his hand is clearly seen orchestrating every event, from a sleepless king to a courageous queen being in the right place at the right time. It's a powerful reminder that even when things seem hopeless, there can be a greater plan at work. It teaches us about courage, timing, and the idea that we might be exactly where we need to be for such a time as this. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into incredible tales. See you next time.